Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up? My betting family. We back with another video here at No Limit Bets. And in today's video, I'm going to be bringing out my top 4 picks for tonight's NBA playoff games. Before we get started though, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's truly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and we're less than 900 subscribers away from hitting that mark. So I definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown thus far. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into my top 4 picks. Before we do that, though, I did just want to do a quick recap of yesterday's slips that we did submit. To start us off, as you guys could see with this first slip, this was the picks that we posted on yesterday's video. And once again, we're one short from the full suite. I mean, man, it's been 3 out of the last 4 picks, or 4 out of the last 5, whatever it may be. We've been losing by just one prop, man. It's definitely is frustrating when you're so close to the sweep and we're falling one short, but we're not giving up. We're gonna keep pushing, and we're gonna look for that sweep here tonight. But just to recap it really quick, as you guys can see, the 3 that were able to green for us, Malcolm Brogdon, we took his over 20.5 PRAs. He's able to get it done with 26. Now, this game did go into overtime, the Sixers and Celtics game, but Malcolm Brogdon was able to get it done before overtime even started. He was able to get it done in regulation. Now, the one that wasn't able to hit, Tobias Harris, man, I don't know what was going on with him. He had his opportunities, and then on top of that, he had overtime to get us just 14 points, and doesn't score a bucket in the overtime, and only scores 9 points for the whole game. I mean, his opportunities was there. I think he shot like 3 for 10, 3 from 11. So his shot opportunities was there, and that's all I could ask for pretty much on taking someone's prop, as long as, you know, I have a chance, which he was taking the shots for me to be able to hit the over, or for him to be able to hit the over. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it was one of those games. He had his opportunities, wasn't able to take advantage of them, and only ends up with 9 points. But moving forward, we had KD over 37.5 points and rebounds. He gets it done, finishing with 47. And then we also had Jamal Murray over 30.5 points and assists. He gets it done as well, ending with 35. So 3-1 in that slip. Moving forward to the slip that we posted on our Twitter account, as we were able to win some of our money back, going 4-2. Now, the 2 that weren't able to green for us, DeAndre Ayton lets me down. I mean, 10 rebounds is not much to ask for a max player for the Suns. I mean, come on, like, you have Monty Williams benching you for Landale coming off the bench. Like, that says a lot. So DeAndre Ayton, he has been a big disappointment. We also did take the under on Nikola Jokic, 8.5 points. I did predict that this was going to be more of a scoring game for him, which it definitely turned out to be, which he scored 53 points. But I just thought, you know, being a scoring game for him, didn't think he was going to, you know, get a lot of assists. But Jokic, the MVP that he is, he puts up big numbers no matter what, and he's able to get 11 assists, double-digit assists on top of the 53 points. So big props to him for going over, even though we took his under. He's just a great player. Now, the 4 that were able to green for us, we had James Harden over 28.5 points and assists. He had a big bounce back game. Pretty much saved the Sixers season from going, you know, down 3-1 going back to Boston. So big props to him. He has a big game. We also had Marcus Smart over 20.5 PRAs. He gets it done as he's always been able to on that PRA line for pretty much this whole series and pretty much for the whole playoffs. He's been able to green, so he gets it done. We also had Jason Tatum over 37.5 points and rebounds. Obviously didn't get it the way that I thought he would have got it, which was, more of points and double-digit rebounds. But he had a monster rebounding game. I believe he finished with 18 rebounds with 24 points. So all in all, as long as it greens, that's all that matters. He was able to green. And then we took the under on Cameron Payne's 19.5. 19.5 PRAs. He only finishes with 11. So this one was a good slip. We were able to win some money back. And then I did submit a third slip right before that first game started. The first game of the day yesterday, the Sixers against the Celtics. I did submit one last slip right before that game started. And it was the best slip of the night as we were able to go 4-1 with Kevin Durant and a push on his assist line. We did take his under. He finishes with 6. And the only one that wasn't able to green was Jaylen Brown. We took his over 24.5 points. He started off the game hot, scored the Celtics, I believe, 12 of their first 14 points, but only scores 11 points the rest of the way. Doesn't score a bucket in overtime. I mean, what else can you say, man? It's just I've been having bad luck here, falling on the hook, just falling one short. But like I said, we're going to keep pushing. We're going to look for the sweep, and we're not stopping until we get it. And even if we do get it, we're going to keep continuing on so we could keep getting sweeps. But the 4 that were able to green for us, we had Devin Booker over 2.5 3-point makes. He barely just makes it over, makes 3 threes. We had Embiid over 38.5 points and rebounds. He has a big game, ending with 43. We also had KCP over 9.5 points. He barely just gets it over, scoring 10. And then we also had Big Al Horford, over 14.5 points and rebounds. He was big in that game yesterday, as he especially defensively, but he was able to get his points and rebounds as well, finishing with 17. So all in all, we were able to win some money. Wasn't a complete total loss, but like I said, man, we want those sweeps. So let's go ahead and try to bring those brooms out here tonight. So let's go ahead and hop into my top 4 picks. Now, for my first pick, I am going to be starting off on the first game of this slate, Game 4 between the Heat and the Knicks. And I'm going to be starting off with a points and rebounds category. It's going to be a role player. I mean, I'm not too comfortable with the star players. This series is completely defensive oriented. And it's really, really hard, to predict who's going to, go over their lines. But I found one that I'm comfortable with it. And I'm going to be taking Caleb Martin over 12.5 points and rebounds. Now, with him, he has hit this over in 2 of the 3 games so far this series. In those 3 games, Game 1, he had 14 points and rebounds. Game 2 had a big game. Obviously, Jimmy Butler wasn't playing in that game, but he ended up with 30 points and rebounds. And then in Game 3, he had an off game. Only shot the ball 3 times, going 0 for 3 from the field, and only ends up with 8 points and rebounds. But in 7 games versus the Knicks this season, that includes the regular season and the 3 games so far this series, he is averaging above this line at 14.2 points and rebounds. Also, overall in the playoffs this year, he's averaging well above this line at 16.9 points and rebounds. So I definitely expect a more productive game here in Game 4 compared to Game 3. He is playing a lot of minutes. Obviously, he's one of the top perimeter defenders, that the Heat have. So I'm going to be rocking with Caleb Martin over 12.5 points and rebounds for my first pick. Now, for my second pick, we're going to go to the Knicks side of things, a PRA line. This is also going to be another role player for prop that I'm taking. It is going to be for the Knicks, and I'm going to be taking Josh Hart over 22.5 PRAs. Now, as you guys can see, Over his last 5, he's averaging well above this line at 26.2 PRAs, hitting the over in 2 out of the 3 games so far this series. The one that he did miss was game 1, where he finished right on the hook. Now, he has played the Heat a lot of games this season, regular season, and the 3 games this postseason combined. He has played him 8 games. He played him 2 games when he was with the Portland Trailblazers early in the season, and then 3 games obviously late in the season when he was a member of the Knicks. And in those 8 games, he's averaged above this line at 24.3 PRAs. And overall in the playoffs this season, he's averaging 23.7 PRAs per game. Now, Josh Hart has been a very impactful player for the Knicks. He's someone that obviously is great at the defensive end. They're using him mainly on Jimmy Butler, but also he's a Knick that could, fill up the stat sheet in so many ways. He's been able to grab rebounds. He's been able to facilitate, and has been able to, knock down a couple, threes and attack the rim and whatnot to get a couple points here and there. So he's been someone that's been able to fill up the stat sheet, and I expect him to do the same here tonight in game 4. So I'm going to be rocking with Josh Hart over 22.5 PRAs for my second pick. Now, for my third and fourth pick, we're going to be going to the night game. We're going to be going to game 4 of the Lakers and Warriors series. And I'm going to be going to the points and assists category for the Lakers side of things. And I'm going to be taking the under on LeBron James, 32.5 points and assists. Now, with this line right here of points and assist prop, he has gone under in all 3 games of this series so far. And in 5 games versus the Warriors this season, obviously regular and these regular season included with these 3 games of the series so far, he's only averaging 28.2 points and assists. And overall in these playoffs this year, he's under in all 9 games played, averaging only 27.2 points and assists. So this has definitely been a prop that if you've taken the under all 9 games, you've been able to green all 9 games. And I'm going to expect that trend to continue here tonight in game 4, mainly because LeBron is not really on the ball as much as we have seen him accustomed to, due to the reasons that they do have, a few ball handlers. Obviously, they have D'Lo. They have Austin Reeves sometimes bringing up the ball. They also have Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench, bringing up the ball. So, and initiating the offense, So those guys are able to do that. LeBron doesn't do that. Doesn't have to do that as much because of those pieces that the Lakers do have. And he hasn't been able to assist either. I mean, obviously he can get this line in points alone if he's in full attack mode. But I don't expect them to do that here today. I'm going to expect the trend to continue, and I'm going to be taking the under on LeBron James, 32.5 points and assists. Now, for my fourth and last pick, this is definitely an unpopular pick as far as in the player itself, but I'm going to be going to the 3-point made category, and I'm going to be taking Jordan Poole over 1.5 3-point makes. Now, if you guys could see over his last 5, he's barely just averaging over this line at 1.8, mainly due to that first game of the series where he hit 6 threes. Now, in the past 2 games, game 2 and game 3, he has not been able to hit not 1 3, going 0 for whatever attempts he has had. But he hasn't been able to hit 1 3. But I like this prop mainly because the shot attempts are there, man. I mean, he averages 5.2 3-point attempts per game. And during the regular season, he averaged 7.5 3-point attempts per game. So I do certainly expect him to to obviously get out of this shooting slump, and obviously a hit 2-3 for us here tonight in game 4. This is more of a gut pick more than stats or numbers or anything like that. I just feel like he's more than capable of hitting 2 3s, and that's not much to ask for. He loves to shoot the 3, as I mentioned, with the 3-point attempts he has per game. So I'm gonna expect him to hit 2 for us here tonight in game 4. So I'm going to be taking Jordan Poole over 1.5 3-point makes. So that's going to be it for my top 4 picks. Just to recap, we're going to take the over on Caleb Martin's 12.5 points and rebounds, the over on Josh Hart's PRA line, the under on LeBron's 32.5 points and assists, and the over on Jordan Poole's 1.5 3-point makes. Now, as always, if you agree with any of my plays, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. Also, here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. So due to my balance, I'm just going to go ahead and split it in half. So I'm going to be placing a $7.20 entry for the possibility of winning $72. So let's go ahead and place that entry. That's going to be it for today's video, y'all. Be on the lookout for another slip that I will be submitting throughout the day on my Twitter account. The link to my Twitter is down in the description. But other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's get this money.